arguments, you will hear strength arguments, you'll hear all kinds of different things. I would say, go with your gut, you know? You study hard, know the facts, know what people have stood up for us, where the differences are. I would say for me, Earl, for me, it's a matter of political courage. Sometimes being independent and taking a different stand. For instance, I'm the only candidate who came out against the gas tax holiday gimmick, and it was a hard thing to do. It took a little bit of political courage because people like to know that you might give them a tax break, a little one, that would have been $30. But no one said that. They just said it was a gas tax holiday. So I think you need to look at who will speak the truth, the power, and the truth to you. And I pledge to you that I will do that, and I will always be friendly to my Democratic colleagues who I know do the same. These are people of fine character. It is a privilege to be running with such a fine slate of people. But I would ask you for your vote, Earl.
Earl, a very good question, and realizing, I'm more the outsider here coming in and visiting, but I'm glad to be here and introduce myself and get to know more good people like you. And you're good Democrats, just like our fellow candidates, and it is a tough choice. All the other candidates do, are running for various offices. And I just say, too, we're one big family here. We're Democrats. Once this thing's over, we're going to get back together and we're going to win this election in November. So things are going to move along good, and I appreciate your help and support. Check our background out. I do tend to be more conservative than the other individuals here today. I'm pro-life, for protecting the American flag, various issues like that. So check our website or just talk to me afterwards, and I think we'll have some questions here in a little bit too that kind of explain more of my background. And I feel I'm more the typical 9th District Congressional Democrat. We're representing 25 counties here in the 9th District, so very good.
Earl, I think you asked the most important question, and I want you to vote. Primaries are about picking leaders. If we don't pick the right leaders, all the ideals that this party has, that we've had for 60 years, will only be ideals. They'll never be translated into law. If you look at the Democratic Party in Congress right now, the public doesn't like them at all. They're very, very unpopular. And the reason is because the party has weak leadership. Now, I like all these people too. They're all my friends. They always will be my friends. Judy and I play poker at Chuck's house. Steve and I have been through a lot together over the years. We've had a lot of battles we've fought together over the years, and I've known Lyndon for over 20 years. I think that I am the most decisive person in this group, and I think very tough decisions have to be made to balance this budget. I think the corporate lobbyists control Washington, D.C., and somebody who's very, very tough needs to go up there and change things. Now, to be honest with you, now, I know Steve well. He's been a leader, and I think that he has the courage to do it. Personally, I'm very critical of Judy's votes, her missed votes. When she voted for Ronald Reagan Appreciation Day, I don't see how you can ask to be the Democratic nominee. I just don't see how you can do that. So, if you take a walk on a vote, you're not okay with me. In 22 years, I never took a walk on a vote, no matter how hard it was. There was always a group of legislators who had the courage to be progressive, and I always was one of them.
When you said take a walk, you mean not vote at all?
Not vote at all. It's just unacceptable to me. I miss votes, but...
Time now.
Earl, it's always good to see you.
Did you say you were a physicist too?
Yes, sir. But I'm afraid I've lost my great knowledge, and I need to borrow some from you.
You're using your time safe.
You know
All right, now,
about the black holes?
let's not let this election fall into a black hole. And the reason that I think that what we need to look at is we've got one shot at this in November. One shot. I have built bridges in my career across a lot of things, across political parties, across differences in demographics. When I represented my constituency in the House, I had part of Boone County. I also know what it's like to be around in the rural areas. We have got to have someone who can go out in any part of this district and visit with the people here and have them know that they understand what the problems and issues are. I can do that. And when it comes down to the bottom line here, we need to do what we can to make sure that we take our best swing at this in November. I think that if you look at it and you look at where we've been, you've got your best chance with me.